So it's 8 o'clock in the morning now, and I'm at the post room, which is a cafe which is attached to the railway station. A bit of a surprise this morning. I've come to catch the train, but there isn't a train, but there are replacement buses because of engineering works. And I met this lovely young lady, Amy, and she's made me a lovely bacon sandwich and a cup of tea, and it's lovely to talk to you this morning, Amy. I know I was like a little bit emotional not long ago, telling you the news that you're the first person who knows that my wife is the first person I've told, and your response to that was wonderful, thank you. I'm a bit emotional, as you can imagine. But so what's this place? Have you been here long?
I have been working here for 2 years now.
Yes.
The lady that owns it, she's had it for 3 years.
Yes.
And it's like a nice small team of us, and she's just opened another one up out on the beach.
Lovely.
Just a little beach hut on the beach.
Yeah.
Coffee and cake.
Right. Have you always lived here in Deal then?
I'm from Deal
originally.
26 now.
You're 26?
I went away to uni and then came back again.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's great. Well, I mean, I turned up here, 2 or 3 days ago with a friend of mine, a Welsh friend, and I met a lady who lives here as well.
Yeah.
And, I have a great deal of time to look around, but it's just a quick hello, Amy. You're getting customers and stuff, which is what it's all about. And that's fine.
Ham sandwich.
Lovely to meet you, and have a look at my vlog.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Lovely to meet you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye now. Bye. Well, here I am in the pub, a Wetherspoons pub, and it's called the Sir Norman Wisdom. And I've met Elaine, who just had a chat with at the bar while I was buying myself a cup of tea. And I just asked her the question, could you tell me something about Norman Wisdom? And you've got an interesting little story.
I have, yes. I was driving through Kingstown, it's a few years ago now, and as I was coming to the junction, I thought, I'm sure that's Norman Wisdom walking down there. Well, I knew he had an aunt that lived in Kingstown, so I did what a lot of people do when they see a celebrity. They look amazed and point and smile and wave. And he waved back and he did his funny walk for me.
Really?
And then he waved again and we both went on our way.
That's amazing. That's a lovely little story, that is.
Yeah, it was a nice moment.
And so was he seen about the town very often?
I think so, but I don't know that for sure.
Yes.
But certainly as a teenager he lived here.
Yes, yes. I would imagine, the thing about this particular thing, doing a coastal path around Britain, is that it's usually for the more senior people, really. Most of my audience are around about the sort of 60 mark, because a lot of them are pensioners who are finding new things to do when they get to retirement age. And there is a younger generation that watch this, and I'm trying to encourage younger people to get out and do some exercise and do some walking, because it's very good for you. But I'm quite sure a lot of them will remember Norman Wisdom, but probably a lot of the younger people won't. I mean, I'm 70 now. I can remember Norman Wisdom, and he used to have me in stitches. I used to really like him.
Well, that's right. He was very slapstick, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah. He was sort of before his time almost, wasn't he? He was.
Yeah. A lot of people didn't like him. They found him slightly over the top. But it was very clever.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people, it's not until they've gone that you appreciate the talent.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. That's absolutely right. It's quite interesting also that there's quite a number of people. As an example, Tommy Cooper used to live down this way, didn't he? I think he was from Eastbourne, wasn't he?
I didn't know that for sure.
Yes.
I think Charles Hawtrey lived in Deal.
Yes, I've heard about that as well.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's an attractive part of the world, really. It's not that far from London. I mean, how long does it take on a train to get to London?
Well, now we've got the high speed, only an hour and 20 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
Gets there.
And you've always lived here, have you then?
I lived in Kingstown for 30 years, yeah.
Yes.
We moved down from Sheffield.
Right. Oh, you're from Sheffield originally?
I am.
Oh, well, I'm from Hull, you see, Yorkshire,
well
so it's
yeah.
not so far away. Well, it's been lovely talking to you, Elaine.
And to you.
I could sit and chat to you all day, but yeah, I'm just starting my walk for today. I've had 2 or 3 days off because I've had a sort of a calf strain,
dear.
and I just needed to rest up a little bit
Yeah.
because I've been maybe doing a bit too much really. But I've been walking right through the winter, and since Portsmouth, I've been facing this really strong, bitterly easterly cold wind.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that.
Like
yeah.
punching into that for and now it looks as if things might be changing.
Hope so. It should do. It is middle of May, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Very nice to meet you, Lynn.
And to you. A real surprise here.
Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
Bye bye. Got that far since I arrived in Deal. I've been here for about an hour, and I've only just made it to the pier. I've been speaking to some wonderful people this morning. A very nice young lady in a cafe, and then another lady who met Norman Wisdom. And I met these two guys, and your name is?
I'm Pete.
Pete, and?
My name's George.
George. Well, it's very, very nice to meet you, lads. We've got the pier in the background, which is where I finished the walk the other day. So please tell me what it's all about. You're just building your stand here.
Yeah, we've got a gazebo on the beach. We run a community interest company called the History Project.
Yes.
Our goal is to inspire, educate and entertain people of all ages and backgrounds. We do free school events in our local area, and today we're doing a free event for the local children where we take them on a smuggler's trail.
Fantastic.
Aside from the things we do locally, we run quite a large online Facebook channel where we make our own documentaries, write daily posts, and we use the income we get from that to fund the free stuff we do.
Excellent.
Over to George.
George.
Hello there.
How are you, mate? So what's it? I see you've got this history. This is what it is. This is the name of it, is it?
Yep, thehistoryproject.co.uk. Check out our website, folks, and subscribe to us on YouTube and Facebook.
Yes.
As well as taking kids out on school trips, we also deliver visitor information services for the town of Deal at no cost to the taxpayer or the local council.
Yes.
We feel really privileged to live in this area. We have so many amazing little museums and other attractions.
Yeah.
And there are lots of people like yourself, sir, visiting the town now, and we want to make sure that their experience here in Deal is the greatest it can possibly be.
Yes.
We also deliver historic walking tours here in Deal on lots of different topics. We're quite lucky because we have quite a range of history here in our hometown.
Yes.
We do a lot of online social media, as Pete mentioned. We produce mini history documentaries and lots of daily content.
Excellent.
Yeah. It's worth noting, Jim, that if you do check out our website, it's a Wix site that I made. It's actually a bit broken at the moment because we had too many people visit it and too much content.
Really?
We've got a new website launched under the same web address on the 10th of June. So the best place if you want to check us out right now is Facebook, The History Project.
Right, okay. Yeah. I mean, do you actually do any filmmaking or anything?
Yeah, we do. And in actual fact, we've linked in with the local university. We take on an intern. We make short documentaries about local landmarks, about local history, that sort of thing. So there's on there videos of world history that we've just edited and put together, but also you see me and George in front of the camera explaining to people all about stuff.
And whose brainchild was this then?
Both of ours. Well, in actual fact, no. George's. It started off with George, and then we evolved it together, George.
I don't know. I'd say that it's both of ours, really. I have a background as a tour guide. I work for English Heritage, and I've worked as a professional tour guide for about 18 years. I've also published a number of novels, and I started making little mini history documentaries on different topics. Ideally to create a larger readership and sell some books and things. Pete has a social media background, so we teamed up, came together. We used to play as cops and robbers in Middle Street as kids, and we've always loved the history of our town, and we thought that basically we could make social media channels like Facebook, more educational places, because
Yes.
ultimately the younger generation are spending a lot of time online now, and we
Yes.
thought whilst they're online it would be a great opportunity to actually teach them something.
Absolutely right. Well, that's incredible that we should meet, and I just happened to pass in at that time. So just can I just repeat? That's what we're talking about.
Yeah,
This is what
the
people-
history project.
The history project.
Yeah.
Okay. So you've got that look, and yeah, that's fantastic. And yeah, it'd be nice for us to have a bit of a link up. I'm sure that a lot of my people are very interested in this, because there's I don't know if you've heard of a guy called Richard Voges, the Bald Explorer. Have you heard of him?
The name rings a bell. The name does ring a bell. But,
Look up him. He's fantastic, and he's got a similar kind of thing, but it's more or less covers the whole country. But I'm quite sure that Richard would love to come and talk to you guys.
Wonderful,
And he's got a big following, and he's got a TV background and all that kind of stuff. I saw him the other week in Eastbourne, and we had a meeting, and it's amazing that there's sort of where a lot of my people have gone to him now, and then they come to. We're not in competition, so it's like spreading the word.
Yeah, collaboration's the key, mate. Yeah.
And that's what it's all about.
If you send him down to us, we'll take him on a smuggling tour and maybe sell them some smuggled goods as well.
Yeah, that's a good idea. He's got a great.
We've still got the
sense of
smuggling
humour.
blood in us down here in
That's lovely to meet you, lads.
You too.
Yeah.
And well done for what you're doing, Jim. It's admirable.
Yeah,
Thank you
enjoy
very
the rest of your journey, Jim, okay?
Thank you very much.
All the
indeed.
best from
Cheers.
Pete and George at the History Project.
Lovely. Thank you very much, lads. Cheers.
What a great job you're doing, mate.
Cheers. Good morning. It's 9:20 on Saturday the 18th of May, and here I am in Deal, sat looking directly at the pier, and the sun is just poking through the slight mist, and I think it's going to be a fantastic day. There is a little bit of wind, but not too much to worry about, and I know right now that I'm completely overdressed, and I'll be stripping down and putting all this stuff in my rucksack. And I always say I forget something every day, and what I've forgotten today is my sunglasses, so I'll have to manage. But as I'm walking north, it's not going to be too much of a problem for me, and I'm quite happy with that. I've had 2 days off because of my ankle and leg injury, and it feels okay, but this is going to be a very, very easy sort of walk. I'm not in a rush. I can take all day over doing this. I was going to catch a train back, but the trains are not running today. Apparently there's some major engineering works going on over the weekend, and so it's going to be a bus, even though I'll be paying the price of a train. But I'm sure I can get the sort of bog standard bus rather than the replacement, and that will cost me nothing. I haven't got far this morning. Actually, I stopped and talked to the girl at the cafe next to the railway station. Then I called in for a cup of tea at the Norman Wisdom just to have a look, and I met a lady who actually sort of, when I say knew him, saw him, and he was to be seen around the town quite often. I'm quite sure that a lot of you younger viewers won't remember Norman Wisdom. I remember him when I was a kid. A bit of a nutcase, a bit off the wall and all the rest of it, but so am I. So it was interesting to see and hear somebody who'd actually met Norman Wisdom. And I've just met a couple of guys down the road there who were doing a walk today, for especially aimed at young kids and stuff like that, and it seems to be really popular, and they were absolutely lovely guys, and we're going to link up and They were really switched on, knew the stuff, and so I haven't got very far. I've probably only walked less than half a mile since the railway station. So I'm going to walk all the way up to Margate, Ramsgate or wherever. I'm going to take my time, I'm going to have long breaks, I'm not rushing, I'm going to give my ankle a chance to get back into a rhythm, and if I feel bad or if I feel that I can't make it, I can just jump on a bus and get back to the railway station and go back to the campsite where I stayed again last night and give my ankle even more rest if I feel it needs that, and I won't know until I've got into the walk. So my good friend Ralph has gone back now. He left at about 9:30 in the morning, rang me at 3 o'clock in the afternoon to say he was back in Maesteg, so it only took him 6 hours, which is absolutely brilliant. If Ralph was here, he would say, "Here we go." He certainly knows how to look comfortable, doesn't he?
Oh yeah, he likes sitting up here.
He's
It's
a good old fella, aren't you? Beautiful dog, aren't you? You really look comfortable, don't you? You know, it makes it. Yeah, he looks so relaxed, doesn't he? How old is he?
9.
9.
It's the best day we've had for ages to come and sit up here.
Yeah.
We do it quite often in the summer.
It's nearly 11 o'clock and what a wonderful day this is. There's just a very slight breeze coming off the sea. It's the sun hasn't got through it's through, if you know what I mean, but there's a little bit of a mist sort of putting a bit of a filter on it, but it's still a glorious morning. And I'm still trying to work out which direction the wind is actually coming from. I think that's about right, I think. But it's just been a nice steady walk, more or less a dead straight line. My ankle, I can feel it, I'm conscious of it, but it's not giving me any pain. But I am taking it very steady today. I've come to a bit of a crossroads now. I need to take a left turn off the coast and go through Sandwich. Otherwise I might run myself into trouble because there is a river to cross. And I'm not in for that kind of stuff today. So I'm going to take the safe option and walk into Sandwich, go and have a sandwich and a cup of tea. And it'd be interesting to see a place like that as well, even though it is a bit inland. But I'm not in any rush whatsoever today. It's just fabulous to be out here. it's about 11:30, 12 o'clock, and I've decided I'm going to walk through Sandwich, and I stopped and had a chat with these lovely people. This is Sam and Giselle, is that right?
That's right. Yeah.
I've never heard of that name before. That's wonderful. Is it?
It's a ballet, don't
It's a
you know?
ballet. It's a ballet.
Really?
Yeah. My mum
Right.
used to do ballet.
You
Right.
hear about your
Amazing
experiences, really, really interesting.
Yes.
Even
and-
in this odd place, which is Sandwich Bay, this is an odd place here. I haven't even discussed that yet. It's
No.
a strange one here.
Is it?
Yeah, it's
Really?
like
All very
it's
private.
it's
yeah.
private, it's guarded, gated,
Ah, really?
and like no one can get in here,
Ah,
and everyone's in their own little
really?
paradise. Yeah,
Really?
locked away.
Well, I would never have known that.
No,
you
it's
know what I mean?
strange. Yeah, yeah.
Is this anything to do then with the military
I'm not
regime
sure,
during the
Harry.
war, or was there a camp here or something?
I'm not sure. It's just
I mean,
sort of become a.
Pretty beautiful
Yeah, there's a
houses.
lot of
aren't
rich
they?
people that live here.
Yes, I can
and they're-
imagine.
Yeah, they're sort of.
Yes.
Want to
You
keep
can
it
hide
quiet.
away here.
Yes.
And
But
no,
when you go up on the White Cliffs of Dover, there, the houses there are incredible, aren't they?
Yeah,
Some
yeah.
fabulous, absolutely fabulous houses. It's like sandbanks in Poole. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Millionaires' houses.
Yeah.
I didn't think there were so many millionaire people
There's a
to
lot,
have
aren't there?
these houses. It's quite
there's a
incredible.
lot, and they're all on, and they resonate to the coast, don't they?
Yeah.
Next to nature.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful
Yeah.
day.
Stunning.
Yeah.
Yeah, special.
Lovely to meet you two.
Really
Lovely to
nice
meet
to
It's
meet
you.
you,
been
Jim.
fantastic, and,
Yeah.
and it's been
Pleasure.
smashing talking about everything that we've talked
Yeah,
about. It's
yeah,
lovely.
and Godspeed all the way back up to Trish in Grimsby.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Lovely. Thank you. Bye bye now.
Bye now.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, I'm just walking into Sandwich now. I saw a sign back there saying about a mile, and I've got to be honest, I'm ready for a sandwich as well. But I bumped into Helen and Lee, and you was telling me, Helen, this is a bit of a training day for you today. You're
Yeah.
building up for something big.
Yeah, we're trying to do 7 hours today on our feet because we're walking for Macmillan. We're doing the
Yes.
Jurassic Coast walk in June. So
Yes.
yeah, so we're trying to build up now to the final sort of 8 hours. So today's a 7-hour walk. So we started in Deal, we've come to Sandwich, we'll go back home to Deal and then carry on to Kingsdown and then back home. And hopefully that'll give us 7 hours.
And are you enjoying it? That's the main.
Yes, she said with reservation. Yes, it
Yeah.
does hurt, I have to say.
Yeah, well, it's a bit of a slog at times, isn't it?
It is a bit of a
And-
slog,
and-
but yes, we're enjoying it, and the weather's lovely, and you
Yes.
know, we meet some nice people like you, Jim. So yeah, it's been good.
Well, I mean, the good thing is you haven't got that east-winter battle against.
Indeed.
I've been fighting that since Portsmouth.
Oh, for goodness sake!
You know, it's been awful,
Yeah.
and today is more or less the first day where it's calmed down, really.
Yeah, and
You know,
yeah, it's fine,
and-
and
and
it's good
it's-
underfoot, and
Yeah. But the
Yeah.
weather forecast is staying much the same. I mean, the ironic thing is, by the time I reach Margate and turn the corner, I'm heading for London along the north bank of the,
Yeah.
the south bank of
Yeah.
the Thames. And I'll bet your life it'll change round the
oh,
other way.
absolutely,
You know,
absolutely.
it'll be sod's law, won't it?
It doesn't matter which way you walk, whether you walk west or east or north or south on that coast, you're always hitting into the wind.
I know. And you, Lee, I mean, you're obviously together, and have you got lots of experience of like coastal path walks over the years?
No, this is the very first time I've done it. I have run the London Marathon, but that was in
Right.
1995.
Yes.
And the surprising thing is that it took me just over 5 hours to run the 26 miles.
Yes.
And on our training day, when we did the 5 hours, we only accomplished 18 miles. So although the distances are the same, the effort seems to be significantly more.
Yes.
And indeed, you know, age has added time to the skeleton and
Yes.
the muscles.
Yes.
So I don't know which is harder in real time, whether the walking or the running. But
Yeah.
it'd be nice to have experience of both distances and different disciplines.
Absolutely. And I think this idea of doing, the Jurassic Coast, that Dorset, I thought it was absolutely stunning. I think it was absolutely amazing. I didn't expect it to be that nice, to be honest with you.
No, it's nice. And a friend of mine died in October, and he was from Dorset. Dorset, and that prompted me to actually get involved with that.
Yes.
And a friend of Helen's had a team request at the same time, so it kind of all just dropped in. So I'm walking for a guy called Ray Bryant, who sadly passed away in October, and you know, we're doing all right on the fundraising between us. We're in the region of about £3,000 for Macmillan Cancer Trust. So
that's wonderful.
Yeah, it's been a good experience all round.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Anyway, sir, we must get on. Nice to meet you, and good luck with your endeavours.
Absolutely, and the same to you,
Nice to meet you.
both. It's been a pleasure meeting you.
And you.
And keep your eye on Facebook and YouTube.
We will do.
We will indeed.
We will do.
You've got an opportunity there to get some more promotion. That's great.
Absolutely.
Cheers.
Thanks very much.
Thank you very much.
Just to say hello to Sandy, who I've been having a chat with for about 5 minutes now, and when I was walking up or walking down from Deal, this guy said to me, you must call in at the if you're going to the loo, go to the one by the river, and there's a really nice lady in there, and she's got a whole catalogue of every kind of brochure you could possibly want for your walk and all the rest of it, and sandwich and what have you. But he said it's absolutely spotlessly clean, and he's absolutely right, Sandy. It's a fabulous place.
Thank
you're
you very
a lovely,
much.
lovely lady. I'm ever so pleased I dropped in here, because you know you're a really good, a really lovely lady. It's very, very nice to meet you.
Well, we love our town, all of us who do this sort of job within the town, and we like to feel that, thank you very much, sir, that people go away from here having the best experience that they can have from the town, to take away with them whatever it was they wanted when they came, i.e. if it's the buildings, medieval buildings and that sort of thing, that they've had a wonderful experience through that. Or maybe they just wanted to come and get fish and chips and sit by the river and look at the ducks and the seagulls and what have you, and perhaps take the children to the playground or something like that. But they've enjoyed that, and I really enjoy it.
Well, and how long have you been doing this then?
About 6 years.
6 years.
It's my sort of semi-retirement.
Oh, right.
There are 3 of us on a rota, and thank you very much. We're all pensioners, we 3 ladies, and quite frankly, couldn't pay my bills on state pension without this. So,
yes, absolutely.
But I love the job.
Excellent.
On the whole, we have really, really nice people in, but I'm afraid to say we do have a few that aren't quite so pleasant. But
yes, I've just walked like 3,000 miles around the country. I've been to I don't know how many public conveniences I've been to. I never count them, sort of thing. But this is without a doubt the very, very best. It's my number one
Oh,
toilet.
thank you very much.
And I thoroughly enjoyed the experience.
Come and see us, everyone. Come and enjoy Sandwich.
Yes, get yourself down to the come and
the
see
pea toilets.
Yes. All right, Sandy, lovely to speak to you. While I'm in Sandwich, I'm going to go and have a sandwich. I thought that would be a good.
We
idea.
have a food festival on today. I don't know if
No,
you knew
I
that.
didn't know that.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's on all around the town. I'll
Right.
tell you where to go to
I'll have
find
a-
the best of it.
Okay,
So
thank you.
hopefully you will find an extra special sandwich in Sandwich today.
Excellent,
But,
excellent.
Yeah,
Right.
but it's been lovely to meet
It's
you.
been absolutely
Yes.
lovely
Yeah.
meeting you. You're,
Yeah.
you're a lovely lady.
Yeah.
And if ever I pass this way again, I'll make sure I come to the toilet here. Definitely.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Bye bye now.
Bye.
It's 5 o'clock now and I've arrived here in Ramsgate, and it's been quite a walk actually. I must admit my leg is hurting again. It has its moments, but this isn't doing it any good. I'm going to have to rethink this. I've made it to here, it's about 13 miles, and I've been able to feel it more or less all of the time, but nowhere near as painful as it was the other day. I've not had any painkillers. I'm not going to take any more painkillers. I'm just going to take it very easy on this and have half a day off tomorrow. I've got the edit today to do, and then I'll probably just have a walk in the afternoon, which should maybe take me all the way around this promenade, all the way to the north end of this to Margate. But I'll see how I go and see how I feel in the morning, and I don't know quite what to say about that really. The train services are off today, which means I've got to go now and walk to the railway station, which is more or less in the city centre, so the town centre, so I should find that quite easily. And they've got a replacement bus service, so I'm not going to be getting back again to Deal probably for another hour or so. So it's been quite a long day really, but I've enjoyed it. The sun has been on and off kind of thing. It's been quite warm, that cold wind has gone, and it's been another good day. I've thoroughly enjoyed it, and I look forward to tomorrow.